Hello and welcome back to Soul Path Dreaming here on YouTube. I hope that you are doing well. If you follow me from any platforms, Facebook or Twitter, you know that this is the collective pile that was not read aloud live from Wednesdays live. And this is the remaining pile from the pick-up piles. Every Tuesday I put out 2 piles. All I ask is that you allow yourself to settle, bring your mind, your heart, your soul, and your higher self to choose the pile that you are most drawn to. The remaining pile, which is this pile, is recorded here on YouTube to help you with your spiritual growth and development. So let's hop right into it. Today's pile is starting with the grounded energy. This card talks about grounding. What is grounding? Grounding is the ability to take a personal truth and really sink roots into that. To make sort of spiritual pathing or roots into a truth that you already have. When a person becomes grounded, they really stand firm into their beliefs. Also, grounding can be the ability to be barefoot and have a beautiful connection with the earth around them. In this instance, that is what this is. This card is talking about how can we connect to something that is natural and organic and has their own heartbeat, and connect to it into a way that brings us back into our natural space, our natural way of being. So we're going to keep that card right here and keep in mind what it is talking about. The next card for today is card 19, Fallen Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy. So spiritual narcolepsy talks to me about limited beliefs. It talks about how we grow up in a society where we are daily programmed to become something that we are not. We are doing the opposite of grounding. We are becoming ingrained with ideals that are not ours. We are standing in truths that are not ours. We forget who we are at our personal level, our natural level, who we feel at our core. Our most grounded state is our most spiritual state. Spirituality is a way of being. It is a daily practice. It is a life choice. When you have spiritual narcolepsy, you are forgetting or choosing to live a lifestyle that may not really be your own. And it is not until you really recognize that you have been asleep for a long time. That is why so many spiritual practitioners or teachers, or you can hear the word now a lot, talk about people being woke, or they are awakened beings. It's because they no longer accept the reality that they are choosing to live in. They are choosing to wake up from a sort of narcolepsy that they have experienced. The next card is card 1. So when you put this card like this is card 19, and card 1. So actually, let's do this. When you have numerology, card 19 equals 10, which is also 1. Card 1 is 1 in numerology, and there is this sort of void point, this sort of energy that is death and rebirth. This bridge or this charging station is sort of what the collective is feeling right now. There is this intensity of being asleep or having What is spiritual narcolepsy? We are walking this path of being charged up, not really understanding what it is that is charging us. Ones mean new beginnings. They are an area where you take the darkness and you learn to plant seeds there that are allowing you to sprout and blossom into something new. You choose what that something new is. This card, card 1, is for our waking life. This card is the Ancient Ones. It is talking about our spiritual team. It is talking about old souls that visit you, that you have in your waking life. It is talking about remembrances. It is talking about the ability to understand the ancient ones within inside of you. Within inside of all of us, there is sort of this deja vu kind of feeling when we have these quick glances of remembering something that used to be that maybe we have been programmed to forget. It's sort of like understanding, oh, I really know how to do electricity and work with technology. I just never was physically taught. I don't have a degree. I just naturally understand how it works. It's because you've done it before. The body is a giant sort of computer, and it can be programmed in any way at once. When you choose to program yourself, you sort of have a remembrance. You are your own unique AI. So the difference between regular AI and us as human beings is that we have this ability to ground into what's natural, what is actually organic, how we connect to and feel the earth beneath our feet, how we connect to feelings, how we connect to emotional states of being, how when we go to sleep, we have this amazing ability to speak to and relive and have conversations with our spiritual team. There is so much healing that can be done in the dream state as opposed to healing that is done in the waking life. Most healing begins in the dream state. When you recognize what is going on with the imagery, the scenes that you are seeing in your dream state, you then take that into your waking life because it becomes a part of your new reality. It is becoming this, the ancient ones, the ones that are allowing you to remember. When we do that, we create passions within inside of us. We begin to feel our innate way of being, what fills us up with joy, what fills us up with sensuality, what fills us up with love. Love is the most powerful way of healing. When you can learn to love yourself unconditionally, recognize that there is this innate way of healing for yourself, that you come into this world with tools to heal yourself, tools to bring you to a higher state of consciousness. The way to do that is to recognize what in your life you hold truths to. What in your life are you grounded into? And is it something that is a limited belief? Or is it something that you truly feel that the ancient ones have allowed you to remember? Every time we choose to incarnate this world, we go further and further into a sort of spiritual narcolepsy, because you can't possibly remember every single lifetime you've chosen to incarnate. Every time you do choose this life or a life, there is a certain aspect of that narcolepsy that is purposeful, because there is either a pain or a trauma that is not ready to be healed. But when you can remember thyself, and that trauma is being at the forefront, That is the remembrance that you need to heal yourself. That is the remembrance of, these are the tools I remember from before. And that is how your passions arrive. Can you ground yourself into that passion? And that can be crafts, it can be community, it can be your work, it can be people, it can just be the simple love of Mother Earth. It can really be any of those things. Whatever lights you up, whatever makes you instinctively smile, where you're not thinking about, am I smiling? Am I happy? How do I feel? You just innately feel. Ground into that. Ground into what you feel are your gifts. There is my dryer telling me. And lastly, the last card is card 25, which is the wild ones. This card talks to me again about passions. How can we have this sort of grand remembrance? And that is through the ability to understand yourself. And it's not all going to happen at once. You will have these narcoleptic tendencies where you can't remember. And that's purposeful, because we can't remember everything all at one time. You need to feel this spark of electricity that runs through your veins. What is really lighting you up, and how does that affect you? When you really feel passionate about something, it allows you to tap into this wild one energy, this energy of remembering yourself on a whole new level, this energy of becoming someone new, letting go and learning to ground yourself into a new way of being. So, if this pile resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you'd like to be part of the pick-up piles, every Tuesday there are piles up on my Facebook page, which is Soul Path Dreaming. I look forward to seeing you there. I hope that this pile has maybe caused or allowed you to have your own personal remembrance. So much love to you. Namaste.